The drama in Salem intensifies as we move through the week of May 9th and into mid-May, where buried truths, emotional confrontations, and lingering guilt erupt like never before. Center stage is DiMera, whose memory is fuzzy, his mission is personal, and his family is at the heart of it all. A bite of disaster, Sarah's medical emergency. At the town square, an innocent moment turns into a nightmare when Sarah Horton Kyriakis bites into a lemon scone. Within seconds, she begins coughing violently and collapses, triggering a wave of panic. Xander Kyriakis, her devoted husband, is immediately by her side, terrified and helpless. The pastry, it turns out, wasn't made by its usual baker, Chanel Dupree DiMera, but rather her young protégé Felicity Green. Felicity, experimenting with a new twist on the recipe, unknowingly included an ingredient Sarah was allergic to. Although it was a tragic accident, Felicity is overcome with guilt. She never intended harm and couldn't have predicted the allergic reaction. Chad DiMera and Kat Green rush to comfort her, working together to lift the young woman from a heavy sense of blame. Their kind words and shared support help Felicity begin the slow process of healing from the emotional fallout. Sarah, meanwhile, is rushed to the hospital where doctors are able to stabilize her. The good news is she will recover, but the planned honeymoon getaway with Xander is put on indefinite hold. More than that, the near-death experience shakes Xander deeply. He's forced to confront the fragility of life and the depth of his love for Sarah. But when he discovers Sarah may have lied about certain things, that honeymoon might not just be delayed, it could be cancelled forever. EJ's broken memory and burning mission. As Salem reels from Sarah's incident, DiMera is stirring up his own storm. Fresh out of a coma and nursing physical and emotional wounds, it begins retracing the events of the night he was shot. His most vivid memory involves slipping a memory card into his pocket just as his son, Johnny DiMera, entered the room with a gun. But something doesn't add up. That memory card was later found in a drawer, suggesting time passed between Johnny's appearance and the actual shooting. The gap in time, the confused sequence of events, it all points to a deeper mystery. Ij is beginning to question his own recollection and fears that his mind may have filled in gaps with assumptions rather than facts. Still, Ij is convinced of one thing: Johnny will not go to prison. Whether out of paternal love, guilt, or a deeper understanding yet to be revealed, Ij makes it his mission to shield his son from prosecution. He starts making promises across town, pulling every string he can, manipulating allies and confronting enemies. To him, protecting Johnny is non-negotiable. But as EJ's memories begin returning in flashes, he's likely to realize that someone else might have been in that room. Someone unexpected. And that means the real shooter could still be out there. Stephanie's book becomes a battlefield. Elsewhere, Alex Kyriakis makes a bold move. He approaches Stephanie Johnson with admiration for her secret novel and suggests Titan publish it. However, the timing is suspicious. Did he offer her this opportunity before or after letting Xander read it without her permission? Stephanie, mortified that her deeply personal writing has been shared, finds herself torn between embarrassment and opportunity. As the days pass, she begins to question Alex's motives. Was he trying to help her career, or was this a selfish move to earn points in their complicated relationship? Titan's involvement raises the stakes. Can Stephanie trust Alex again, or has he crossed a line that can't be uncrossed? Kayla faces a moral and financial dilemma. Back at the hospital, Dr. Kayla Brady finds herself in hot water with the hospital board. After rejecting a multi-billion-dollar offer from DiMera to save the hospital, the board demands answers. Kayla, guided by personal ethics, refused money tied to questionable dealings. But the DiMeras have legal, traceable funds, and she didn't exactly turn down a mafia don. So her justification may not hold. Her decision could cost her not only her credibility, but also the hospital's future. Marlena Evans may soon be called upon to offer counsel as tensions rise. Salem's medical system is hanging by a thread, and Kayla is at the center of the storm. Love, lies, and dangerous realizations. Chanel begins to worry about Johnny. His emotional distance and haunted eyes make her wonder, is there more going on than he's admitting? She feels guilty, sensing he's carrying a heavy burden, but it's not the guilt of someone who attempted patricide. Something deeper is gnawing at him, and Chanel is desperate to understand what. Leo Stark continues playing amateur detective, probing into EJ's shooting. His instincts tell him there's a missing piece to the puzzle, and he won't rest until he finds it. Meanwhile, Javi Hernandez confides in Leo about a family tragedy, adding yet another emotional thread to this tangled tapestry. Secrets, rescues, and an uncertain future. In another dramatic arc, Steve and Sean embark on a dangerous undercover drug sting with Kayla's assistance. The operation will lead to Bo being saved, a bittersweet triumph as John, tragically, will not be as lucky. The mission is a stark reminder of how much risk remains beneath the surface of daily Salem life. Back to Edge, as he grows more convinced that Johnny wasn't the shooter, his frustration mounts. The memory gaps, the contradictions, the doubt, all of it pushes him to dig deeper. And he's not alone. Belle's reaction to Edge possibly dating Cat Green could shake things up. Could jealousy awaken something unresolved in Belle's heart? Edge might not just be uncovering truths about his attacker, he might be rediscovering truths about himself. Xander, once the brash and cold-hearted schemer, has transformed into a fiercely loyal husband. But just as he finds a fragile piece in his marriage to Sarah, trouble brews. Sarah's health takes a sudden turn for the worse, and doctors suspect a severe allergic reaction. In the blink of an eye, their lives shift from boardrooms to hospital rooms, with Xander's attention consumed by fear and devotion. But Salem never pauses for love, not when power is within reach. In the shadows, DiMera watches closely. To him, Sarah's illness is more than tragic, it's strategic. With Xander's focus pulled away, Edge sees a crack in Titan's armor. The Versavix research program, a hotly contested gem of the hospital's future, dangles in the balance. Control of it could tip the scales of influence, and Edge is ready to pounce. From EJ's point of view, this isn't just a business move. It's personal. Xander embarrassed the DiMera family during their weakest hour. Now Edge wants to strike not only for profit, but for revenge. For every gain Xander made at DiMera Enterprises, Edge is plotting a reversal, one ruthless move at a time. And while Sarah lies in a hospital bed fighting for breath, her husband may soon be fighting for his legacy. But nothing in Salem is ever black and white. Could EJ's ambition blind him to a deeper threat? Could his underhanded maneuvers awaken the old Xander? Next week, the hospital halls will echo not just with medical emergencies but with whispers of betrayal and war. As love weakens one man and ambition drives another, Salem stands on the edge of another corporate coup, one where hearts might break, empires might fall, and loyalty will be tested like never before. Who will triumph when distraction meets deception? Final thoughts. Salem is a town forever on the brink of revelation, and this month is no exception. Whether it's a near-fatal allergy, a buried memory, or a dangerous operation, everyone has something to lose and something to uncover. For Edge, the path ahead is not just about saving Johnny. It's about facing himself, confronting the past, and unmasking the real enemy. And as always in days of our lives, the truth has a way of coming out, but not before tearing lives apart first. Stay tuned. The storm in Salem is far from over.